my name is Vina, aka Miss WOCReader, and welcome back to my channel. So it's October, life is lifing. We are about 7 days in now, and no, 8 days in. I still have not finished a book. In fact, I DNF'd one this morning. So that tells you how things have been going. I was really struggling to come up with like creative video ideas recently because I feel like my big spark was in August and early September, and now I'm just like, ugh, what do I even film for this month? But while I'm trying to catch up on reading, I've also gotten a lot of books in recently, so I wanted to showcase those. I don't normally do book hauls, but I feel like this one called for it because I did get a lot at once. This is Who's All Going to Die by Lisa Springer. So I didn't read her debut. I tried to, I couldn't really get into it, so I ended up giving it away. But this one was gifted to me by Get Underline, and it does sound intriguing. Ariana is ready to get away from the chill of a New York winter, from the anxiety around her volleyball injury, and what that means for her future. Thanks to her new friend Oakley, she can do just that. Oakley has offered Ariana an all-expenses-paid trip to her parents' wellness retreat on an island off Barbados. The dream resort is the perfect escape. At least it was before lifestyle guru Juniper Moon began introducing suspect activities like psychedelic mushroom tea ceremonies and bee venom facials. And as disturbing accidents start happening around the island and tension between the guests and staff builds, Ariana realizes she and her friends might not be in paradise after all. Now it's no longer a question of when, but if they can make it home alive. And Lisa Springer is a writer from Barbados. I love to support a Caribbean author, so I don't know when I'm going to get to this one. I just have so much on my plate, but I wanted to shout out this in case you are looking for like a YA mystery thriller situation. This is Oceans Apart by Jill 2. This is another YA that was sent to me by Get Underline. I didn't read Jill's first book, like that one particularly didn't really click with me, but I am curious to try something from her because I've heard great things about her writing. And she also has some Caribbean roots too, like she said she has family in Antigua, and again, I love to support a Caribbean author. Oceans Apart is her second book. Eden Lowell has plenty to be frustrated about. In the flooded marshes of what was once Miami, each day is about survival. Even Eden's feelings for her best friend Henry are more complicated than they should be. Luckily, Eden knows exactly who to blame for her struggles: cruisers, the elite who sail the world on massive ships instead of facing the environmental crimes they've committed on land. When Eden learns that a cruiser family is hosting a dating competition for their heir, Theo Desjardins, she seizes this opportunity. With the help of an anonymous anarchist, she'll infiltrate the competition, break Theo's heart, and then steal his money for the marshes. A perfect plan until she gets to know Theo, who's not only handsome, but also surprisingly kind. As Eden drifts deeper into the cruiser's world, the line separating truth and lies becomes murky, torn between two identities, two loves, and two futures. Will she choose the mission or her heart? So this is like a dystopian situation. When I heard competition, I immediately thought of The Selection. Hopefully this is a lot better than The Selection though. But I'm intrigued. I like love, for some reason, books that have like a watery theme to them. So that really stood out to me. Chloe Vega and the Agents of Magic by Leslie Adame. This was sent to me by HarperCollins Children. And I really do want to read some more middle grade fantasy. It's just that this year I haven't had a lot of time for thicker books, and middle grade fantasy is normally like very lengthy now. And also they haven't been putting too many of these on audiobook, so that's slowed down my middle grade reading. But I saw this and I was intrigued. 12-year-old Chloe Vega's biggest fear is that her undocumented parents will be detained by immigration. That is, until she learns that they're actually part of a secret magical society, and that the suspicious-looking police officers hanging around their block are henchmen for an evil sorcerer determined to settle a decades-old score. Just when Chloe discovers that she has powers too, her parents are kidnapped. In order to rescue them, she'll need to harness her abilities at an elite academy run by the very agency that exiled her parents from the magical world. Caught in the center of a war that might destroy everything she has ever known, Chloe will need all her powers and her new friends in order to save her family and the world itself. So it sounds very interesting. Like the whole secret magical society thing is very popular right now. Also, I've been looking for more middle grade too, because I spoke before about my niece and she's reading at a higher reading level. So sometimes I put these books aside for the kids until they're ready for them. Is Witches of Brooklyn, Curse and Reverse. And this one is by Sophie Escabasi. So I have not read anything from this series. This is book 5 in the series. But I thought it would be good for one of my nieces who is like 11 or 12 now. And she really hasn't been reading a lot of the big books, but she does love a good graphic novel. When a witch starts stirring up trouble at the local high school, our favorite witches in training, Effie and Rance, will have to grow up to fight back. Literally, they transform into teenagers. Teen drama turns into a magical duel between a witch so strong she had been sealed away, and Effie, a witch who can barely control her powers. It turns out fighting as a teen isn't so different from fighting as a kid. It just comes with a lot more consequences. So supposedly you're able to read these like standalones, so I think she'll enjoy it. And then I have another graphic novel here, which by the way, the last one was gifted to me by Random House Kids. This one is also Random House Kids. This one is Mr. Lemoncello's Library Olympics. And it's also a part of like a series. This is a best-selling series. It says the world-famous game maker Luigi Limoncello is at it again. This time, Mr. Limoncello has invited teams from across the United States to compete in the first ever Library Olympics. But something suspicious is going on. Books are missing from Mr. Limoncello's library. Is someone trying to censor what the kids are reading? Now it's not just a game. Can Mr. Limoncello find the real champions of libraries? In between figuring out mind-boggling challenges, Kyle and other teams will have to band together to get to the bottom of this mystery. Let the games begin. So, this one I'm also giving to my niece. I think that she will enjoy it. I am trying to get her to really start reading again. She does sports on the weekend, so that takes up a lot of her free time. And then when she's not doing sports, she's like kind of talking with her friends. So sometimes these graphic novels are just a great way to get her at least reading something. Okay, and I have a stack of picture books that I received. So some of these are from Penguin Random House, and some of these are from Charlesbridge. This is Caesar's Cerulean Surprise. This is part of the Storytelling Math series. This was sent to me. This was sent to me by Charlesbridge, and it's by Jenny Lasica, illustrated by Laura Sandoval Herrera. So I think these books are just great because it's telling a story, but it's also teaching children about math without them realizing. So I've gotten a couple of these books before. I know exactly who I want to gift this one to, and I'm just excited for them to get it. This is Sticky Hermana. This is by Anna Segura and Olivia De Castro. And this was gifted to me by Charlesbridge as well. I got it because I know a little girl who will be able to laugh to this one. This is A Song for Two Homes by Dr. Michael Daxher and Charlie Palmer. And this was gifted to me by Random House. Another gift from Random House, Together We Are Sunshine. It is by Jamila Tompkins Bigelow and Raisa Figueroa. And I've actually met Jamila before, like a couple of years ago. Uh, I thought this was super cute because it's celebrating siblings. I'm gonna pass it along to a family member who just had a baby, and her kids will really find this one sweet. This one looked so cute, I could not resist. It's The Bakery Dragon and the Fairy Cake by Devin L. Kurtz. Like, look how adorable that cover is. Who could say no? And I noticed dragons are like really popular right now, especially like cozy dragon bakeries. So I thought this was like, I had to get it. And thank you to Random House for sending me a copy. This is Charlotte's New Moccasins. This was sent to me by Charles Bridge. It is by Jen Modahi and illustrated by Rael McGregor. I picked this one out because you really don't see a lot of picture books with Indigenous characters at the forefront. And at the end of last month, I asked you guys for some help with my my niece's wish list, and so far we have gotten quite a few books. I am very thankful. I still have it up. It'll be linked in the description box if you feel in your heart that you want to donate, but I just needed to just showcase the books that I have and thank the people who have donated so far, because she's really going to appreciate it. Thank you so much for helping build her library. So this is Camp Frenemies by Liz Montague. This is a graphic novel. I've read from Liz Montague before, but my niece has not, and I'm excited for her to get into this one. Right here we've got the entirety of the Cruise Life series by Reese Eshelman. So we have Cruise Life, Queen of the Sea. We also have Cruise Life, Raining Cats and Dogs, and Cruise Life, Ship Shape. So this is a book series about two kids who end up like living on a cruise ship. I thought this was fun. She has another series called Home for Meow, and I gifted that one to my niece, and she loves those books. Books 2 and 3 in the Future Hero series. I'm trying to remember if I read the first book in Future Hero or not, but now I do need to get those for her to, you know, complete the series, because I believe this is one that you do have to read in order. But like, it's an African inspired fantasy series. It is on the shorter side, which is really good because finding short fantasies is difficult, and she did mention to me that she would like to read some fantasy. And then we have Dragons in a Bag 1 and 2. So this is about a boy named Jackson who lives in Brooklyn, and he discovers some baby dragons. It, I think, has about 5 or 6 books in the series now. So this is a good one for her to get started with. Like I said, she's really trying to get into fantasy. This is one that when her mom asked me, oh, what series do you recommend she reads? Definitely this one by Zeta Elliott. We love Zeta Elliott over on this channel here. So thank you so much for sending this as well. And yeah, so that's my little mini book haul. Like, it's very kid lit, which is great. Like, I am that auntie who just pushes the books on the kids. Everybody in my family now knows to turn to me when they need books for their children. I encourage the kids to read. We do crafting. I've been trying to coordinate some crafting time for us, like on the weekends, but everybody's schedule, including my own, has been very busy lately. But yeah, if you like gifting kids books, again, like, I do have my niece's wish list below, but also if you have some kids in your family, like, maybe some of these books are something that they'll find interesting. Like, even if the rest of your family doesn't see the importance of reading, it's always good to share it. Or even like look into your local elementary school and ask them what books they need, because a lot of these diverse books don't get to their intended audience, and we really need to change that. So if you like this video, make sure and hit that like button. Thanks so much for watching. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!